Hey guys, welcome back to Minecraft 1.19. My name is Minnie Quinn, and what we did, I'll turn around here if I can. F5 is hard to move around in. There we go. So, what we did a little bit yesterday on our live stream is we did get started on organizing this basement and our storage system. I didn't get very far because I think I spent more time doing the docks and yeah, the deck and the docks that I did do in the basement, but we did get started with the basement towards the tail end of the live stream. But one thing that I noticed during the live stream, I kind of mentioned, is this area here. Um, oh, not there. Escape this area here where the stairs meets the top of the ceiling here, and see, notice the difference. Like, it's really not a lot of clearance between the stairs and then hitting your head on the top of the ceiling. I put some decoration here early on, but I think once we ended up putting the skulk in, it lowered the ceiling by one, and I didn't really compensate for it on the entrance, and so now this kind of looks really strange. Like, I noticed it during the live stream yesterday, and I told the audience, I said, well, I don't really want to pull the floor up, and really what it would mean is lowering the floor by one, and I didn't really want to do that. But to tell you the truth, guys, after sleeping on it, I think I do. So it actually comes down to a choice, right? What do I want to live with? Do I want to live with knowing that I now see this, right? I can't unsee it, how low the ceiling is. I can't unsee it anymore. Or do I just want to just knuckle under and lower the floor by one? And I actually think I just want to lower the floor by one. I don't think it'll take long because we already have all the materials. It's just a matter of pulling everything up, putting it into probably a shulker box, and then digging the floor down by one, and then putting everything back. So the next time you see the flooring, I'm not going to memorize exactly where all these little bits and bobs are here, the randomization of these bricks. So next time you see them, they're probably going to be put back in different spots because I'm not. I'll just re-randomize them. I'm not really going to memorize where they were. So if you notice that a change, that'll be why. It's because we lowered the floor by one. I don't think it's going to be a big deal either because I did have to move this wall in during the live stream. We moved this wall in by one, and I had to move all these chests over by one, and it wasn't that bad. The chests really aren't that full yet. So if I'm going to lower the floor, I might as well do it now while my storage chests aren't that full, because I think what's going to happen is I'll say no, let's not do it. And then I'll build up this entire storage system, and then I'll finally say, okay, yeah, let's do it, because I can't stand the way this. I just can't stand this. And how many times have I actually come down here, huh? Hundreds of times, and not noticed it until the live stream, and I was like, oh, I can't stand that. Okay, so got a lot of work to do ahead of us, so let's go ahead and we're gonna get started, and I'll see you back here in just a bit. How do you have three of them? I've never seen a wandering trader with three. You must have a lot of good stuff to sell. Sea pickles, cacti. Yeah, we'll buy some stuff from you. Yay! Fix the doors. Hey guys, welcome back. So we have made some pretty decent progress here, and you can see above my head, I think this is the archway design that we're going to go ahead and go with. I think it looks pretty nice. So let me point out a few things here. So like a nuns. So I did go and I did reduce the floor by 1, so that's why you can see all the chests are floating. But dummy me, it didn't really make a difference as far as like coming down here and your clearance on your head. What's gonna make a difference is, I think, adjusting these stairways. So I don't think I really needed to lower the floor by 1. I probably just needed to adjust the pitch or adjust the stairs here, to give you better clearance. But oh well, live and learn. I don't think it's going to be a big deal because it just gives us more height, more ceiling height, so we can do 4 high instead of 3 high, which not a big deal. What you can see on the walls is I did break up the monotony of the cobbled deep slate with some deep slate cobbled deep. Is this cobbled deep slate brick? What is this? I can't think. Deep slate brick. I think it looks good. I did break it up a little bit with some deep slate brick. I did add in some of these. I can't remember what those are. Chiseled. I think it's chiseled deep slate. And then I did kind of just to break up the monotony of the pattern, cobblestone, deep slate cobble, deep slate cobble. I put in just some regular deep slate, just not very many. Oop, sorry, there's a big fence in our way. Not very many, just here and there. There aren't really very many. I left a lot of this kind of blank. I mean, this whole thing is going to be chests, just like this side. So this side and this wall are going to be pretty similar with chests going 2 stacks. The middle, like I said, is going to be double chests. So 2 chests this way, 2 chests that way. So it'll be an aisle going up this way and then an aisle going up this way. I don't think I'll have a walkway. I didn't really think about it. I'm not really sure if I'm going to have a walkway coming back here like a big, U. I was just going to fill the whole thing up with chests. But it does mean that if I'm on this side and I have to go over to that side, I've got to go all the way back around. That's a good question. I never really did. I don't think I really thought that one through. So maybe I'll leave this area open and maybe I'll have an archway going this way. I don't know. That seems kind of strange, but maybe we will. So that's about it as far as our progress. So again, along this side of the wall will be stuff that I use most often or collect most often. Dirt, things like dirt and gravel. All the stones are going to go along here, and then this will be all the wood. So all the different types of wood will be stored along here and meeting up with the stone. And then in the center, I think I'm going to do more stuff that I don't use very often. So this wall here will also be another set of double chests going this way. And this will probably be the stuff that I use second to most often. And then everything in the back, way back here, will be stuff that I don't use very often at all. Think non-stackable stuff. This may be where I might put a lot of the armor or tools, things that you aren't going to grab very often. So I'll probably put all that back here. So anyway, I think it's a good start. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep working on this, and then meet you back here once we get quite a decent amount of progress. So I will meet you guys back here in just a bit. Ah! Hey guys, time for the big reveal. So basically, we've made some pretty good progress on the storage room. And if you notice below me, I did have to adjust the stairs. I remember I mentioned that previously. I really, instead of lowering the floor, all I needed to do was adjust the pitch of the stairs. So I went ahead and did that. And I think we have a better clearance going down into the basement. So from this stair landing. So I'll show you that. And so let's go ahead. Time for the big reveal. Let's check it out. So there is a better pitch now going. I got rid of the shulk that was here and I put in some stairs for accent. So now we've got better clearance coming down, walking this way. So I feel much better about this area now. I don't feel as wigged out about it. But going down here, what you see is ta-da! So we did use the mangrove wood, and for pillars, this is spruce. And yeah, so we kept the shulk on the ceiling. I accented it so everything is lit up with these sea lanterns, and then I just put in these blue lights, these blue lanterns for accents. So but let me go ahead and just kind of walk you through my thinking here. So coming down, the first thing that we run into are items that I'm going to need frequently: arrows, and that which you need to make arrows, right? Flint and feathers. This will be rockets, and then subsequently here will be gunpowder. Here will be paper, and along with paper will be leather and books. And I know I still need to put some some signs up here, so, or some item frames. And then this will be my golden carrot, so it'll be arrows, fuel or rockets, and then food, right? Over here I did put in another bank of furnaces, blast furnace, and crafting table. And then that reason why is when I collect items for storage, I don't have to constantly run up into the kitchen to smelt stuff. I can just smelt stuff or craft stuff down here. Moving down this first aisle, what you're going to see is on this side, I previously mentioned that this would be dirt, gravel, cobblestone, stone, things that you generally pick up mostly when you're mining. Now, we don't do a lot of branch mining anymore because of the 1.19 update, but I figured this is the stuff you generally tend to collect more often. And then I know I've got some blackstone. I've got that deep slate cobble now. I've got spots for basalt, nether bricks, regular bricks. Now that we can trade with our villager, we can trade with our oh, that villager guy who gives us bricks now. So we have an ability, instead of going out and trying to find a bunch of clay to make bricks, we can actually trade with our guy for bricks, our mason, right? So we have ability to collect a lot more of that now. Over here we've got our diorite, granite, and andesite. And just kind of moving down, segueing from I don't say rocks or stone, soul sand, so things that we're going to find in the nether, to all of our wood items, right? Oak, dark oak, birch, spruce, and then all this smaller stuff. I did put mangrove in its own column here. So these three chests, so if it has only one item frame up at the top, it means these three chests are dedicated to that one item. And I did dedicate 3 chests to mangrove because I really love the mud, the mangrove roots, the leaves, the propagules, and then of course the mud bricks are going to be classified with the mangrove. I really love all that stuff, so I think I'm going to try to collect more of it and use it more often. But other things that we're not going to probably collect very often: crimson stem, warp stem, jungle wood, acacia. Moss, we may have to think about this because moss tends and azalea can probably fill up pretty quickly. And I really love this block because I love that color green. Down here is going to be everything you'd find in the caves and cliffs. Although I did, just put some odds and ends, some mushroom stems, things that I'm not going to collect that much of now. If I change my mind, I can always move them to another area of the storage room. We've got plenty of storage here. So on this side, we've got our wool and all our different colored wool. This is empty. I don't know what to put here. I was going to put frog lights here, but then I decided I don't think I'm going to collect 3 full chests of frog lights. So I might leave this for something else. But we have our redstone, we've got a quartz, we've got our lapis, iron, gold, and copper, and stones. Here we have all of our amethyst blocks. We've got our ocean monument blocks, railways, just things like that. And then of course the stuff that I love to build with sand. To make, not that I build with sand, but I do make a lot of glass from sand. So sand, glass, concrete, and concrete powder, and then terracotta, red clay or red sand, and then the terracotta. So basically, this aisle here is going to comprise itself a lot of the stuff I use more often, including the building blocks and anything that I use to make farms like rails. And then this side over here is going to be stuff that I don't use very often, but I still need to store. Like, for example, I think here I'm going to put meats because I'm starting to get full on cooked beef, cooked pork. And then I'm really getting full on the beehive stuff. So the beehive stuff will go here, the combs, the honey blocks, the comb blocks. So that's all going to go here. On this side, I'm going to put books. I started just to put some enchanted books that I don't really use very often. So on this side, these are going to be chests that are full of the books that I probably will use more often. And that'll go along this wall. Back here, going along this way, will be the books that I collect that I don't use very often. And then here will be armor and weapons. So any spare armor, spare weapons will start going here. And then way, way, way in the back on this side, I will put a bank of chests. But this will be stuff that I rarely use at all, like crossbows, fishing poles. So items that I rarely, hardly use at all, right? I did go ahead and decide to keep this area open. I do like the idea of being able to walk around the back here. And so, I don't know, it looks pretty good, I think. Well, that side's not done yet. So let me go over here. I still have to fill in some. I still need item frames, so I was trying to collect. So I did AFK at the gold farm a little bit so I could collect some gold so I could trade with Hermes for leather and item frames. And then I did have to go back and break down a previously rated ocean monument because I needed more sea lanterns. So that's it. But I think it turned out really well. I think this was why I was putting it off for so long, because this has taken me a couple of days to really organize this stuff, and that's probably why I've been putting it off. But now that it's done, I think it's really going to serve its purpose here. So, but all in all, guys, I really think it looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to call this complete because obviously we're going to add on to it, but I don't really have that much to add at this point. So, we'll go ahead and kind of put our stamp on this, but we'll expand it later on in the future. And the other thing I want to show you, so with now that we had, and I showed you that. I did fix this. Yeah, I like it a lot better. But now that we've moved a bunch of stuff from up here down below, it kind of leaves a bunch of these chests empty. Not that. I'm gonna keep my frog lights here. So we've got kind of like these barrels that are kind of gonna be empty, and so I kind of started to fill them with the odds and ends, the stuff that I don't use we have never used a tripwire hook. So just things I'm not going to use very often at all. Oh, that's great. Didn't want that. And the other thing I might do is I might use it to start expanding this storage barrel here that started to get really full with these odds and ends. So all of the odds and ends will probably continue to be stored in these barrels. Like once I put the meat downstairs, I'll just go ahead and fill this barrel with a lot of the odds and that's the fish. A lot of the odds and ends that don't really deserve its own storage system, but still can kind of gum up your storage nonetheless. Same thing with this. Once we move that, we'll definitely move this downstairs because we're beyond capacity for our bee stuff. So once we move that downstairs, that'll open up this barrel to store additional items. Hi. Okay, so I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and sleep real quick. And then what I'll do is I'll show you the progress that we made on the docks, because we did do a lot of work on the docks. And during our live stream, the dock and the deck. So on our live stream. So I want to go ahead and show you that. So I'll meet you outside. Let's sleep real quick and then I'll meet you outside. All right, guys, just to go ahead and recap the work that we did on the dock and the deck. I just kind of wanted to show you this before we call it an episode here. So did a lot of work here expanding. This is the deck. I'm going to call it the deck. We put in some lighting here. We put in our cleats so that you could tie your line and secure your boat to the cleats. So we'll go ahead and we'll have a collection of boats here. So this allows us to go along this waterway here. And then whoops. And then what we did was we did finish off the dock on this side. So we now have access to the ocean and a place to store our boats on this side. So same thing here, just some cleats to tie your line, to secure your line, and then just this is just where we can park our boats here. So did that during the live stream, and I think it looks really, really good. And the last thing I want to show you for this episode is, for some reason, my auto farms have broken. They're not working. And I'm not sure why. I kind of spent the last couple of days online trying to figure out if there's anything on Reddit. But these auto farms have just stopped working. No longer. So if you peek inside here, you see the farmer is harvesting, but he's not collecting any of the excess food. It's just kind of staying there, floating, and then fading away. And this hasn't moved in a couple of days. And it's both. It's this farm, the auto carrot farm, and then it's the bone meal farm. Same thing. It really hasn't produced anything in the last couple of days. And I've been AFKing on here for quite a bit. So not really sure why it has stopped working. If you guys know, leave a comment for me. Maybe I'll check out the remedy. But the only other thing I can think of is I might have to kill these guys here and replace them with a brand new fresh set of villagers. I don't know. I hope I don't, because that really is a big pain to have to do that. It really is a long, arduous process. But if you guys happen to know why auto farms have stopped working in 1.19 Bedrock, I would certainly appreciate it. So otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode. As always, if you like this content, please if you enjoy this content, please leave a like. And then I will see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget, we live stream Minecraft every Friday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So hopefully you'll have a chance to join us there. Work on something fresh and new on Friday. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Take care.